Hello LVR and welcome to the special Christmas broadcast. We asked some classes to help us record a very special edition of The Grinch Stole Christmas. Let's take a look.
Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not.
What? No way.
The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season.
What?
Now please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be, perhaps, that his shoes were too tight. But I think, yes I do, that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small.
No.
Whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Who's, staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm lighted windows below.
For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath, and they're hanging their stockings. He snarled with a sneer,
"Tomorrow is Christmas, it's practically here." Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming,
"I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming. For tomorrow he knew all the Who girls and boys, when right after they rushed for their toys, and then oh the noise,
noise. That's the one thing he hated, the noise. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know just what to do. The Grinch laughed in his throat.
And he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat.
And he chuckled and clucked. What a great Grinchy trick.
With this coat and this hat, I look just like Santa Nick.
All I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around.
But since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found.
Did that stop the bold Grinch? No! The Grinch simply said,
"If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead."
So he called his dog Max. Then he took some red thread and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, "Giddy up!" and the sleigh started down towards the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark, quiet snow filled the air.
Rough.
All the Who's were all dreaming, sweet dreams without care.
When he came to the first little house on the square, "This is stop number 1, the old Grinchy Claus hissed."
And he climbed up the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch.
But if Santa can do it, then so should the Grinch.
He got stuck only once, for a moment or two. Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue,
where the little Who stockings all hung in a row.
These stockings, he grinned, are the first things to go.
Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant.
Around the whole room, then he took every present.
Pop guns.
And bicycles. Roller skates. Drums. Checkerboards. Tricycles.
Popcorn.
And plums.
Very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimney. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's feast. Took the Who pudding, he took the roast beef. He cleaned out the icebox as quick as a flash. Why that Grinch even took their last can of Who hash. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee.
And now,
Grinned the Grinch.
I will stuff up the tree.
And the Grinch grabbed the tree and he started to shove when he heard a small sound like a coo of a dove.
He turned around fast and he saw a small who, little Cindy Lou Who was not more than 2. The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter, who got out of bed for a cup of cold water.
She stared at the Grinch and said, Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why? But you know the old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought of a lie. He thought of a
My sweet little tot, the fake Santa Claus lied.
There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, then bring it back here.
Spit pulled the child, then he patted her head, and he got her a drink, and he sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuck the tree up. But the last thing he took was the log and the fire.
Then he went on to the chimney himself, the old liar. On their walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses. It was 1:15 dawn, all the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze when he packed up his sled. Packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip top to dump it. Who blew to the Who's he was grinchishly humming? They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry.
That's a noise, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must hear. So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear. And he did hear the sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, the sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes, and he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all.
Da, 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 da.
He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came, somehow or other. It came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so?
Came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes of bags.
And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. But then Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more.
Then what happened then? Well, who will we say? Does the Grinch's small heart really
Then his heart didn't feel quite so tight. He wished with his load was brightly light.
And he brought back his toys and the food cookies. He himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beef.
Well, that was truly amazing. Thanks to all the classes that did help out. But if you thought we were done, you haven't seen anything yet. We also have some classes who did some extra Christmas spirit.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the
bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año. Felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año. Felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry